Hey guys, Charles Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Transmetal 2 Megatron. So, here he is in his massive dragon mode. Yeah, this is a very massive dragon mode that I could barely fit on the screen. I was lucky to be able to get in position in a good, position for the camera, but still, even then, you won't get the whole picture here. But, yeah, now this guy is blew my mind. But yeah, so if you wonder why it blew my mind, well, we'll get into that right now. So yeah, here of course starting off we got Megatron to get a whole view. And yeah. Now this guy was a lot huger than I thought he'd be. I know he's Leader class, but usually, nowadays Leader class figures are a bit smaller, but no, this guy is massive. Very, very massive. But starting off, yeah, let's take a look at the head sculpt for the dragon. Really, really awesome. Love the paint, the gold. I like this purple here, but especially the eyes. Like, those really look menacing. They, did a good job sculpting. Of course, well, not gold plastic. Hopefully it's not gold plastic. It better not be gold plastic, but, because you know what happens when you got gold plastic. But, yeah, of course, you got gold for the teeth and this little snout thing here. Open up the jaw. There's a little hole in there. We'll get into that in a bit. And you get some nice paint here on for the neck. And yeah, really awesome paint here for the wings. You get this nice purple and it fades into like this orangish color. Really like that. And I like the purple going into red here. But yeah, and of course, got nice scale details and spikes. Really cool. And of course, I love the tail. It's like a claw at the end. And yeah, again, you get more of that red and purple paint details and stuff. Of course, you got some nice gold here for the heel spur and then the claws, the toes. And yeah, and also let's look at the belly, because the belly too looks phenomenal. Like the gold paint on this guy looks very, very good. Like they really did a good job with this guy. So yeah, so there's the Dragon Mode details. It's really hard to get it all on camera here, but man, are the details great. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the details. Now for articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so you can move it, pretty much wiggle around. Of course, the jaw closes and then opens up that far, and of course, you got a lot of neck movement side to side, and you can lower it down that far. I can look up all the way, so he's like Godzilla in the King of the Monsters poster. But yeah, what else? So then he's got like for the arm movement, first all his claws move side to side. He does have wrist swivels, that's surprising, and he does have a bend at the elbow. And he also has bicep swivel, arms move out that far, and the shoulders do move pretty much around. Legs are on a ratchet joint, so you can get that nice movement there. He does have a bit of thigh swivel. Of course, you got a joint here at the knee, and you got ankle pivot, and feet do move back and forth. And what else? Well, of course, the tail can move all around. They can only really go up this far, but hey, it's good enough. And of course, wing movement, you can range it however you like, but of course, the best way is the way I got it right here, because I can really show off those wings. And yeah, so this got one tabbed. But that's pretty much it for the alt mode articulation. Yeah, that's right, alt mode articulation. Not often you hear that. But yeah, oh man, this guy is literally a beast. He is huge. But anyways, now for the size comparisons. Here he is with the Kingdom Leader Class Megatron, based on his Season 1 appearance. So we got a little Barney the Dinosaur here. And yeah, so this is like the evolution right here, sort of like, or at least at the beginning of the show and the end of the show. Beast Wars, of course. You got Barney the Dinosaur here, and then you got this giant thing. Yeah, he really came a long way. Of course, now we just need the Transmetal, the original Transmetal Megatron, which was also a T-Rex, but, in more Transmetal fashion. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the comparisons. So yeah, anyway, so one more thing before we move on to the transformation. He does have, of course, to show off that hole inside of his mouth. Let's see, there we go. See that hole in there, and well, this is basically his only real accessory. So we'll move it off to the side, and it is this very nicely sculpted flame accessory. So as you can see right here, yeah, it's pretty long. It's actually pretty long, and yeah, very nice sculpting. And I really like this orange translucent plastic they used. You know, looks phenomenal. So, anyways, yeah, you just gotta plug it in up in his mouth, and then you can close up, and then there you go. You get some Dragon Megatron awesomeness going on, and he's fire breathing everywhere. Just that's so good. Really nicely done. Love that they include that. So yeah, but anyways, now for this guy's turn. Oh wait, we almost forgot. Almost forgot something. Let's move him out of the way. We almost forgot to look at the packaging. How dare I? So yeah, here is the packaging. This guy's so cool that I literally almost forgot to show off his packaging. So, and it's quite interesting too, because well, first of all, beautiful artwork overall. You know, the artists that they get for these, amazing. Of course, Leader Class and Transmetal 2 Megatron. Now, what's funny is that they use the Transformers Prime Predacon logo, which is completely unrelated to the logo from Beast Wars. I think they do use it on the instructions, yeah. The Beast Wars Predacon logo, but this is the Prime one, so that's kind of odd, but oh well. Of course, you get this side artwork here, it's all angry, and then you got the dragon, he's like, hey guys, fire breathing. On the side, you get the Decepticon artwork here for Legacy, and then on the back you get, you know, same stuff here, with the random Prime Predacon logo that I still think that's weird, but whatever. And of course you got the obligatory product shots, you got that there, of course you got the fire breathing thing, and you get him in his dragon mode, so there you go, again, a nicer, smaller look at it. But man, these oh, so 33 steps, and you can also scan this if you want. And that's it for the packaging. But yeah, they really underestimated this guy when they had the product shots coming out. So yeah. Oh, I almost forgot one more comparison. One more comparison. Completely almost forgot. This guy's so awesome that I'm literally forgetting everything. But yeah, so yeah, one more comparison real quick. Here it is with the original 1999 version of this guy. And man, yeah, they really came a long way. I mean, this is a lot better than comparing like a modern Optimus Prime figure to the G1 version, because you know, back when Beast Wars was out, the figures were a lot closer to the source material, but it still wasn't it. And by the way, if you're wondering where the wings are, when I got this guy, he didn't have wings and stuff. He was missing one of his scales. So he's incomplete, but hey, it'll do. And yeah, I do like how they have the gold up here as opposed to just having all red. I mean, it's still cool here, but it just adds more flavor, I guess. And this is not food. This is not food, all right? you don't need toys. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for the alt node. So let's get right into the transformation. So beginning off, oh man, where do we start? There's a lot. Well, for that, I've been a little bit too overpraising this guy, so I should probably give some little criticisms. I guess one criticism is there's not a lot of paint here on the legs. Yeah, they could have added a little purple, that would have been nice. And yeah, I'm just making sure there's no toe movement. What else is a bit off? I guess you could see a bit of the hand. But outside of that, not really much. But anyways, let's get back into the transformation, because I gotta critique something. This is, obviously, it's not gonna be perfect, and that's alright. But, yeah, but overall, very nice dragon mode. But, yeah, starting off, you just want to pop off the chest panel here. There you go. And then next, you're just going to lift up the legs here, and you have to disconnect the slot and post here from this little hole and tab on the side, so that way you can give it clearance. And then just lower this all down here and flip that out. And then next, just squeeze this all together. And there you go. Now you got that all fixed. And then next, just want to lift that up and then straighten the lower legs out like that. And do the same thing here and here. So there you go. Oh, and this, you gotta also make sure this is all push up all the way. There you go. So now we got the legs done. And now, oh man, this is quite tricky to get on camera. This is probably one of the most difficult figures I've gone on how to get on camera. But yeah, and then next you just want to sort of reconfigure this all. So you just want to push for the Megatron head, and there we go. So it's a little more forward. And yeah, so next what we want to do is you want to lower down the chest panel here. I can get, oh wait, well first you just want to lift out the arms. You just want to, yeah, just untab this all, because there's tabs in there, and then they go into the slots here. And also lower down these panels on the sides. And then next, you just want to lift up this little gold piece right here, and then rotate this all just to a little bit, just to at least just to the side here, like that. And then rotate out the arm, untab the forearm from the shoulder, and then flip down the hand. And now I got more familiar looking arm, and then flip in this little piece right here. And then after that, just fold this all in, and then reconfigure that, and then just put the claws. They'll just sit nicely into this little sculpted area right here, and there you go. So once you got that, just want to spread things out. Also, you just want to, for the wings, you just want to collapse them all in, and there you go. And just do that here. There we go. So now they're all in one area, so they're not all messy. But yeah, now next you just want to flip back this panel here first, and then after that you just want to, there's obviously this slot here, and then there's that little tab. You just want to make sure those are squeezed nice together, and then there's a tab right in there, right there. I'll go in the slot. I'll just kind of make sure that stays on there. And then after that, you just want to bring the chest panel forward, and then they got that all configured. And for some reason, even though there's a slot here, I just only leave it to here, because for some reason, if you push that in, then this will all get all done, and especially like the head would pop up and stuff. So yeah, I just recommend leaving it like that, because I'm pretty sure it's not just my copy in this case. So yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. Then flip up the side panels on the torso. And there we go. And once you got that, let's bring down the arm. Oop, and this is there you go. And once you got that all done, just straighten them up, and there you have Transmetal 2 Megatron in his robot mode. And oh my, well, first of all, he got a lot smaller, so this makes it a lot easier for me. But yeah, so oh my, was that that was a lot. But I've gone through worse. I've had worse with these transformations. Not that they're bad or anything, just, you know, it's just like, it's so stressful. But, you know, but surprisingly, that was not as stressful as I thought it'd be. But still, oh man. But yeah, here is Transmetal 2 Megatron in all of his glory, and I gotta admit, this is probably my favorite Megatron design that we had in Beast Wars, because this was really cool. Like, really, really cool. And it's like, you know, hopefully I don't get any hate in the comments, because, you know, the T-Rex one is obviously more popular. I mean, he spent 2/3 of the show like that, so, you know, it makes sense. Of course, nothing beats the T-Rex, but I say design-wise, both the robot and alt mode really shine with this version. It was, whoo man, really nice. But anyways, let's take a look at the head sculpt. Pretty decent, better than I was initially expecting, because when I first saw it, it's like, come on, I mean, it looks a little too babyish, and like it went in hand though, it's actually pretty nice. Oh, so there's light piping up here for up there, yeah, you can see right there, up there, but yeah. And of course, his teeth look a little ridiculous, you know, he didn't have pointy teeth like that in the show, not ever, not even in this form, but, you know, it doesn't bug me as much. And I'd say the head sculpt itself is pretty accurate. He's got purple eyes, which, you know, is alright. Yeah. And this is actually really cool here. I just realized it kind of looks like an eye. It kind of gives me Doctor Strange kind of vibes. I don't know. But yeah. I do like the purple paint here. And I like how this fading thing with the purple to red is on the arm, because that's really nice. It doesn't stay just in the dragon mode. It persists into the robot mode, and I like that. And of course, you got the same thing here. Really nice sculpting and painting. I got the gold here. And on the back, kibble, but it's accurate. Yeah, in the show, he did have, you know, this tail behind his head, and it kind of just whipped around. So, hey, there's that. And yeah, let's take a look at everything else. Pretty clean, not really anything hollow. So, this is a really good figure, like really built. And if yeah, so you're basically getting a bang for your buck here, because he's worth it essentially. He's got the height and everything. Because beginning with, I think, Siege, yeah, Siege, they had the smaller Leader class figures. No, this guy really feels like a Leader. Like, it's not just a Voyager, but with more. No, this is a pure Leader class figure. And so I don't usually hate those figures. It's like okay, well, sure. I'm just like, sure. I don't hate them, but I'm not necessarily big on it. But I can understand why. You know, good to have accurate scales. But this guy, you know, for those that, you know, it's like yeah, I want to get a scale Leader class figure that actually feels like a Leader. This is that. This is a modern example of that, because he is big. Big. Like, there's bigger Leader class figures, of course. Stuff from like Revenge of the Fallen's gotta be bigger than this, but it's still big. But yeah, anyways, let's stop talking about how big he is and let's get into the articulation. So, head does swivel. Oh, I gotta hold this all down here. Head does swivel. Of course, the tail and the back can move. So yeah, can't look up or down, unfortunately. But if you move back the wing, he does have a ratchet joint at the shoulders. He does have bicep swivel, and the arms can move out that far. He has a double bend at the elbow, and he does not have wrist rotation, unfortunately. You can lower down his hand if you want, but that's mainly due to transformation. And because, well, he's got a different arm, let's show off the articulation for this arm. So it's pretty much the same as when it was the head. It just kind of moves, can move up that far, can bend around quite a lot. And yeah, and also, of course, you know, it can open up and you can use it as a hand, just like how he did with the T-Rex. But yeah, waist, he does have a ratchet, the waist swivel, or the waist swivel. But yeah, he's got a lot of ratchets. He's got in here. I think he's got for the feet, I think. Let me double check. Well, not really, but it's tight, that's for sure. But anyways, let's get back to this. So legs can kick up this far. Yeah, he's got it here. And back that far, and then out that far. He does have thigh swivel. It's a little low, but still fine. And he does have a very good knee bend, and of course ankle pivot, and feet can move back and forth, just as we saw earlier. So yeah, really nice, very well done in my opinion. So yeah, but anyways, let's squeeze this a little back forward. It's where it needs to be. I just like, you know, seeing it looks a little far, so it's like drives me a little nuts, but it's where it needs to be, luckily. But yeah, so anyways, oh yeah, for accessories, again, he's got his flame piece, so if you want to, you can have him shoot it out at whomever. It could be a Maximal, it could also be a Predacon, because we've seen how angry he's gotten with them. But yeah, so there you're gonna go. Really awesome. So yeah, but anyways, now for the robot mode comparisons. Here he is with the Kingdom Beastars Megatron, and you can see, even like, I remember this was kind of big for a modern day Leader class figure, but like this guy is like about an inch taller, so he's like, even blows him out of the water. So it's like, wow, yeah, this guy is big. I mean, like, he doesn't look as big compared to this guy, because this guy, I mean, he's big, but it's like, when you see this guy, you think he's like a lot taller, but no, he's only a little bit taller. But you know, at the same time, it kind of makes sense considering, you know, one turns into a Tyrannosaurus Rex, the other a literal dragon. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. And then finally, here he is with the original one, and yeah, you can see how much better this guy is than this one. I mean, this guy was good for its time, but you know, yeah. Oh, I forgot pull this up or something. I think I have to pull up. I forgot. Oh well, yeah, there's that. But yeah, so there you guys have the robot mode comparisons. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Legacy Lear Class Transmetal 2 Megatron. And yeah, this guy is awesome. Like, he is a definite pickup, at least if you're a fan of Beast Wars, you know, because they really did a great job with this guy. This guy blew me away, and yeah, as I said in the beginning of the video, yeah, it blew me away, and now basically you know why, because great articulation, great paint job, great sculpting, accuracy is there, and you know, it's a really good figure. Not to say it doesn't have its complaints, you know, it could use a bit more paint here. I mean, I can understand why it's still a mainline release, so even for a mainline release, this looks really good. And what else? Maybe I guess wrist swivel, but I don't know. It's a fine takeaway. Yeah, it's really just for this arm, so it's whatever. And maybe just don't have the pointy teeth. I don't know, but it doesn't really look as bad on here as it did on the promotional stuff. So, I mean, that's another example of, yeah, it's like, it's misleading when Hasbro has those product shots first out when they reveal figures, because, you know, they could mistransform stuff, things aren't final, and yeah, so it will obviously look inferior to what we get in the final product, which is, you know, the case here. But yeah, overall, really good figure, probably my favorite Legacy Leader figure. I mean, and definitely on my top 5, maybe even top 3 Legacy figures so far, because they did a great job. Blew me away. Kudos Hasbro. But yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.